Almost forgot to sign in. Ooh, I burped. My bad. My bad. Because I'm bad. I'm bad. Very bad. Do 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 do. Okay. This story is done. Done, my friends. Done. This story is not. This story had roast beef. This story went wee all over the flower bed. Ah. Nope. Boom, boo, doo, boo, boo, doo. Right? Ugh. Mr. Frank. Salespeople are the worst. Just had a guy stop in trying to get me to set up a free Amazon business account. Yeah, good luck with that, jerky. I hope he called him jerky. God, I hope he called him jerky. I'm eating a barbecue honey beef stick. A meat stick. Rawr. You know what you can do with that free Amazon business account, buddy? Listen to snap. I told him to come back next week and I'll give him my decision, which is already no, but how am I supposed to waste his time if I just tell him that? Exactly. Come back Sunday afternoon at 2. I'm having what used to be a giant meat stick. And I had cheese sticks about an hour ago. The snap is incredible. Yeah. Yeah, I had lunch with the AOR 80s band giant. That was a fucking snap. If that was a neck, it would have broken clean off. What's your favorite chocolate candy bar, Mr. Frank? I don't even remember their song. I know they had a song. I hear it on satellite radio every now and then, but I don't remember. I don't remember which songs were theirs and which songs were Jafria. Straight up plain chocolate bar. Mine is a chunky bar. But I am partial to Kit Kats as well, and a lot of other ones. Chunky's anything but plain. I mean, it's chocolate. It's a bar. Got some raisins in it. Some nuts. I mean, I was gonna say Payless, but that's a shoe store. You could say Payday if you want. There's no wrong answer. There's just some answers that are probably really stupid. Last time we reminisced about Chunky, I went and found one and ate it. And it was I was kind of disappointed. It didn't seem like there was as much crap in it like back in the day. Interesting. I still enjoy them. The only place I've ever really been able to find them is at Cracker Barrel. As my daughter says, Cracker Barrel. Like maybe 2 rains and half a crushed peanut. You can only if you can have more than 2 rains in it, then it gets very soggy. You got a bad one. You just got a bad one because it's still filled with raisins and peanuts. I mean, filthy with raisins and peanuts. Like if you have a raisins and peanuts allergy, one bite, you're gonna die. Yeah, rain and blood. Favorite chocolate candy? Yeah, now that you have all the perimeters and the parameters. Reese's Cup. Delicious. That's probably Shelly's favorite. Shelly's favorite is the Reese's Cup, and she's also partial to Reese's Pieces. I'm also a big Almond Joy and Mounds fan. I'm a big fan of coconut in general. Shelly, not a fan of coconut at all. I, however, I'm a coconut fanatic. But Reese's Pieces, but I don't consider that chocolate. Yeah, I don't either. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, there is chocolate technically, I guess, in it, but not. Like when you're saying, oh, candy bar, you go, oh, Kit Kat, Snicker, Milky Way. Those types of. Although I guess technically you could say Butterfinger. We went from candy bar to just we're all over the place on this stream. Anybody listening right and watching right now? Yeah, and exactly. What the hey is right. Anybody watching this now or later is gonna be like, what are we even talking about here? Also, I want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe because now I lost like 3 subscribers of a sudden. And also follow me on Twitch. Fair candy Swedish fish are disgusting. Ugh, gross. I'm not a gummy worm fan. I'm not a fan of any of that type of candy though, at all. I'm not a fan of Smarties. I'm not a fan of that Necronomicon candy. I'm not a fan of anything that doesn't have usually a chocolate in it or looks like it could have chocolate in it. Is not really a fan. I do like moon pies for some reason. And I haven't been able to find a Charleston Chew a chocolate one. Man, I love a chocolate Charleston Chew. You freeze it, smack it, crack it into a million pieces. I tend to grab a non-chocolate candy before a chocolate one. Interesting. I'm the opposite. That's you and I are the yin and yang of the world, I guess. We balance the rest of these people out. I can't remember the last time I was anywhere that I actually just like picked up a candy bar though. Like I don't go into a gas station. I don't go into a Family Dollar. I don't go into the supermarket. Moon pie is another one I think I like until I buy one and go, oh yeah, I don't like these as much as I think I do. They're not great, but I like them. I enjoy them, just not immensely. Yeah, I mean, for me, you still can't beat a cosmic brownie. I mean, There's no denying that. I love me some Junior Mints too. That was my go-to candy as a little boy. As a little Frankie running around the streets of Brooklyn, Junior Mints are good. Junior Mints are good. I'm a big fan of Whoppers. I'm gonna tell you why I'm a big fan of Whoppers. Because that was my mother's candy, and we were never allowed to have Whoppers. Every now and then she'd be like, here's two. You son of a bitch. I think that's probably why I like scallops so much, because we'd go to Keyport Fishery, and my mother would always take our scallops from the combo platter, and she would give me and my brother a piece of fish, which I liked. Don't get me wrong, but I never ate and never got to eat the scallops. When I lived in Brooklyn, and my mom would take me to the corner deli and let me get a treat to come back with either Junior Mints or a Chocodile. God, I loved the Chocodile. Years ago, many years ago, I was still living in New Jersey, so it had to be before 2001. My friend Frank, not you, Frank Valenti, he and I used to eat Chocodiles all the time growing up, and then they suddenly they didn't have them at Pathmark or at ShopRite or anything, and so he looked them up, and they're out of St. Louis, and they still made them, but only in the St. Louis area. And so he ordered a case of Chocodiles. And then he came over and he gave me like 4 or 5, and we sat on the back porch and we ate Chocodiles. And I'm like, these aren't as great as I remember them, but I didn't want to tell him that. I was checking out Wawa yesterday, and they had a basket of Funny Bones at the register. It was all I could do was just buy a pack. You should have bought a pack of those. Funny Bones, wow. There was another one of those kind of thing. I can't remember what it was that I thought of not too long ago. I think all snack cakes aren't as good as when we were kids. No, because they took out all the good stuff. Like, oh, these used to have asbestos and shards of lead in them, and you know what? It made them fucking delicious. Oh, now we got to make them less sugar and less something that we take out of the anal cavity of a raccoon for a binding agent, you know? Yeah, where's the lard, bro? Is right. I want my Twinkie to have half lard. I'm not really a Twinkie fan. I'll eat them. Don't get me wrong. I'll eat candy corn too, but I'm not gonna ever go out and buy Twinkies or candy corn. I still want to try to. I still haven't found the champagne cola. We found a place that I could order, but it was like crazy expensive with the shipping. Dude, I didn't like champagne cola that much. There's Michael Schotter. Now it says I had said I have. It said I had 9 subscribers. Now it says I have 8, or maybe it was 7 and 8. I don't know. But hey, Michael, thank you for jumping in. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, get positive, suckers. I think Entenmann's has changed the least. Yeah, Entenmann's are still delicious. Yeah, shot her in the hizzy. Shot her might even be the hizzy. Or the heezy, however you say that. Entenmann's Devil's Food Donuts. I literally can just eat the entire box. One monumental sitting. Yeah, it's raining. I was gonna open the windows. It's 77 degrees here, which is like a fucking like Arctic conditions. Yeah, I can't even pronounce any of those words, Mr. Frank. That's just crazy talk. I missed a spot shaven. Hate when I miss a spot shaven. I think we're postponing business reviews because the nor'easter is blowing in on Sunday. That's not good. I went for lunch with young Mike and a tall Mike, and he was like, "Oh, it's supposed to we're supposed to get rain this week really bad. We're supposed to get a nor'easter." I said, "We can't get a nor'easter." He's like, "Yeah, that's what they said on the news." I said, Where news were you looking at? Pennsylvania? Nor'easter, as in northeast. If it was a southeaster, maybe I'll give it to you. But we're not getting a nor'easter in Florida, you moron. I'm like, I think that's up north. I think somebody had posted like they were going to get hit up north. I can neither confirm nor deny that I am the heezy. You could deny all you want, Mr. Shotter. We all know the truth. We all know the truth. They do happen on the northeast coast, but they are called nor'easters because that's the direction the wind blows in from. I don't make the rules. It sounds like you do make the rules. Because I would rather argue with young Mike. You don't call it a nor'easter if you're in the southeaster part of the city. Great suppressor shirt, by the way. Well, thank you. He just enforced them swiftly and hard. Yeah, very harsh, I might add. I'm a little taken aback by how swiftly and harshly he just schooled me. Always learning something on these Twitch. You think Twitch is just for idiots. Not only just for idiots, it's also for people who want to learn shit. All right. So right before I sign up live on Twitch, I finished a short story. Now I just finished another one on the Judge Dredd of weather definitions. That is that is swift and harsh. Very swift and harsh. You think they'll ever make a solid Judge Dredd movie? I don't. Especially in this day and age. Like, oh, it's too violent. Let's do like, let's make him fun like Freddy Krueger now. You know, like that would be like the thing. It would be a lot of funny jokes and stuff. Or he would be like he would be the straight guy, and you'd have some really funny, uh, you know, Kevin Hart or something would be like following Judge Dredd around. You know, they're trying again, aren't they? I thought I saw something about casting happening. Oh, I hope not. I can't keep up with it. The problem is also is there's so much fake news. People just putting shit out about stuff that really isn't going to happen. If they want to do it right, they need to make it a franchise and start with like a 3 to 5 part Apocalypse War movie arc. Yeah, yeah. I think it would make more sense if they looked at it that way. Like let's just not do the typical Judge Dredd, and we just follow him around and he just kills some people. Like let's make him part of the movie, do different things. I think that's where they went wrong with like the when they did the reboot of RoboCop. They made him too damn serious. I get it from the first one, but what was it, Peter Weller? He had some ironic comedy in there because of the straight man and that whatever urban guy was just he just was seemed just really mad. Yeah, I've been fooled by a few things lately for a minute until I looked into them. Yeah, yeah. You watch it and you're like you see somebody post a trailer of something. You're like, oh my god, oh that's not a real thing. You can do phases like MCU, Block Wars, Apocalypse, War, Rise of the Dead. Yeah, the problem is you gotta have enough fanboys that are gonna like that. You know what I mean? It would be definitely would be interesting. And then you could put it on Netflix and they could do one season and then cancel it. You know, I would imagine it would be very expensive as well. Part of the problem. Shelly and I watched the first 2 episodes of the Ed Gein thing, and I'm not sure she's gonna want to watch anymore. It was a little bit too creepy and a lot of shit that is not real at all. And why'd they make Alfred Hitchcock like Winston Churchill? They just seem really odd. It's just me, you, Hotter, and Scotty, and yeah, exactly. Yeah, Shotter is hotter. Or like the Kiss album, Shotter Than Hell. Shotter Than Hell. I love that song. So I need to hear. There's a John Candy doc on Prime that looks good. Really? John Candy. I think didn't his daughter put that together or something? That seems interesting. My goal today. My wife's been in a mood the last couple of days. A lot of work stuff and whatever. And then she's supposed to go get her massage at 5 o'clock. And the lady canceled. It's like the third time in a row. and that she's on the phone, and she's all pissed. She's like, if I cancel within 24 hours, you know, you charge me. You cancel, 8 hours before. Lady's like, well, let's try to get. How about 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock? She's like, no, I don't want to come at 7 o'clock. I want to come at 5 o'clock. Well, how about tomorrow? She's like, listen, I booked these 2 weeks in advance because I don't know what I'm doing. Because I'm very busy. I'm busy all weekend. So she's annoyed at that. She's like, well, I guess I'm coming home tonight. Right from work. All right. But tomorrow's supposed to be our cleaning day. Saturday cleaning day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get ahead of it. I already did the dishes. As soon as lunch was done, I put everything in the dishwasher. I didn't run it because I have a coffee cup. I'm going to put the coffee cup in there. Then I'm going to take all of the Amazon boxes, the 8,000 Amazon boxes in the house. I'm going to put them all in the garage where they belong. And then I'm going to fold the blankets in the living room. That's a good one. Here's the mailman giving us more junk mail. Thank you for the junk mail. Any other junk mail? More junk mail. Thank you. Appreciate that. Junk mail. He looked good. He looked shorter than hell. All just exactly. That is a bunch of BS. She should be like, next massage half off or your cancellation policy no longer applies to me. Yeah, she's very annoyed. So what happened is in like 2018 maybe, I bought her a monthly thing for her birthday or Christmas or something because she likes getting massages. Like, you know what? Here you go. But then we went through COVID and they were closed, but they kept charging her monthly, which is total bullshit. And so she amassed like, I don't know, like 10 or 11 sessions. So she's been trying to cash them in, but of course if you cancel your membership, then you lose all those, which is also bullshit. So she's really annoyed. So she's trying to get like, say, 2 in, like every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, but then she's so busy with everything she never manages. And then they've canceled, like the same woman's canceled like 4 times on her. And they're like, oh, we can get, if you come in at 5:30 instead of 5, Joey will be free. And she's like, yeah, Joey's not touching me. Well, this little Asian lady walking up and down my back, not Joey. Yeah, I've seen Friends. No, thank you. How you doing? Yeah, I don't think so. I have to refresh. Stream keeps dropping out to black screen on me. Thanks, Twitch. Yeah, Twitch. My bit rate is fine. It's probably because you're in Canada. That's probably what it is. Joey has warts. I ain't trusting nobody named Joey touching my wife. I don't think so, Joey. So my goal is to clean up some of the house so that tomorrow she's just like, hey, can you vacuum real quick? And I'm like, of course I can. That's all I have to do. Not a problem. How you doing? Exactly. Hopefully this weekend I'll be making tacos. Cause look what I got in the mail. Trejos tacos. Recipes and stories. There's stories in here too. You ever make a grilled spicy Diablo shrimp? Huh? I bet you haven't. Baja fish tacos. You ever make that? Fried chicken tacos? Maple syrup in the internet again. I suppose. Yep. It's a moo point. It's like a cow's opinion. Moo. Exactly. Moo. Cow is also a good search term if you're on porn. Just saying. There's hardly any porn here now. Florida has blocked all the big sites. The only ones that are left are the ones that are like, yeah, we won't block that one because then you're going to get a virus on your computer. Next page for no reason, Mr. Frank. Next page. Actually, I did hit another page. We just, 20 minutes ago. I will not be on tomorrow. I probably won't be on Sunday because I have a Tim Gilmore and young Michael Whitmer are doing a book signing at 2 p.m. on Sunday. Ooh, back scratcher. And I use this a lot. This is the newer one. It has all five fingers. Man, this just feels so good. I should be paying you 150 Mondo coin. Sometimes it gets all tangled in my back hair, and then I just have to leave it. It is very vibrant red. If that was ambidextrous, I could use the other one as well. Just scratch at both of them. Little drama in the thriller community lately. No, thank you, Mr. Spam Risk. I'll have to get back to you. Down and Out Books, just one of the bigger independent uh, small presses. They announced this week, well, we're going out of business. We haven't been able to make any money doing this. We've been around for a long time, but basically goodbye, and there will be no more payments of royalties or anything. People were like, "What?" So people are pissed, and people who talked to them like a week ago, basically when they knew they were going to go out, they basically just didn't say anything, and then people bought, had books ordered and all kinds of stuff, and then yeah. Michael Jackson's Thriller Community, yes, that exactly right. Thriller drama. There goes the neighborhood. I feel like I was promoting them at some point. Maybe you might have. You might have. But I know there's a lot of authors that where I wanted to work with them. They were great. They were putting your books into uh, bookstores. They had a great online presence. They were running all kinds of advertising and stuff. I guess just didn't work out. But that shitty way of hey, yeah, we're just not going to we're just not going to pay you now. So pretty crappy. Pretty crap. I was looking into doing a Kickstarter. So there it goes again. Twitch clearly hates me today. Yeah, well, gotta get ready for a meeting anyway. You'll have a good one. Thank you, Michael, for popping in and resubscribing. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, my Canadian friend. I don't remember where Michael's from, but I know it's not Canada. He's probably close enough we can call him Canadian. Hey, good luck with your dad Geddy Lee putting Rush back together as well. Good times. All right, Frank, you know what time it is? It's a bathroom break time. Watch the cat. What are you doing? Showing off? Whew! Feel lighter. How about them Blue Jays? I think Frank always makes noise. Yeah, that was a. That I'm gonna be honest with you. That was a solid one. Yeah, my loafer's very light. That was one of those. Here it just snuck up on me. Ooh. I finished a couple. I just got to do some edits on this one. Did you have to talk it out? No, that thing was ready to go. No, it was. I was like, get me the hell out of here. It stinks in here. It's like I want to go into the sewers with the crocodiles. I'm gonna need to like clean up the house quickly, and then probably go lie down and take a nap. Because this rain is just exhausting you. I finished 2 short stories. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look up find another one. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? Excitement. A puppy? I don't know what's going on with Tom. Tom is just hiding in his attic. Just just not taking care of himself. Literally, I wrote a chapter for our book this morning. He won't write it all today. And in like 2 in the morning, my phone will buzz because he wrote it. So he's like probably sleeping right now. I hope the Blue Jays beat it like it's the Yankees. Man, that last play for the Phillies, that was brutal last night. That was a brutal way to lose. Tom needs to know that hiding in the attic didn't help Anne Frank either. Actually, it did, right? Isn't she still in the attic alive? Or maybe not. That's how do I'm like what? Why would you? You panicked and you threw home, kind of. All you had to do was just take a deep breath, throw to first, inning over. He looks so mad. I take solace in watching Phillies fans cry. I want the Brewers, Dodgers, and then I want the Brewers to win. Enough with the Dodgers. I want the Seattle or the Tigers. It's either way. I won't be upset. Tigers just because of my dad. But otherwise, if the Mariners are in, I'm fine with that. Mariners, Blue Jays. I would like the Mariners or the Tigers. Mariners, Brewers World Series, or Tigers, Brewers World Series. That's what I'm looking for. I doubt the Brewers can beat the Dodgers. Have the Mariners ever been good? No, but they're finally good. They're finally, after all these years. I'd like to see 2 teams that aren't, perennial World Series bound. You got to believe. Got to believe in a short series. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe that maybe they can get a couple of lucky bounces here and there and take a couple games that maybe they Shouldn't have won. The Blue Jays got screwed in '94 with the strike. They could have done it then. I was there in '93 when they won it. I would have liked them seeing Phillies Blue Jays, that rematch, but now I don't care about the Blue Jays. Obviously, I'm an American League fan, so I hope, except for the Yankees, I hope an American League, or the Astros, I hope an American League team wins. It is going to be hard to beat the Dodgers, though. Let's all be honest. Let's just all say it. You know, elephant in the corner. It's hockey season now. The sad part is, by the time baseball season's over for me, the Raiders have been automatically, mathematically eliminated. So, I got to argue with young Mike about his Jaguars yesterday at lunch. Though he's like, "Wait, I mean, we're a young team." I'm like, "30 years is not a young team. That's not a young team. You had 30 years. You guys had one good season. What are you going to use that excuse? Oh, you know, we're only 108 years old. I mean, we haven't added any other teams. We're one of the youngest teams." Like, shut up. Maybe a Canadian team could win the Stanley Cup this year if the Blue Jays don't. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. Because it just seems weird, like, oh yeah, that team from Florida won the Stanley Cup. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't have a ring to it. Jacksonville did beat the Chiefs and made T. Swift cry. He was like, "We beat the Chiefs." I'm like, "The 2-2 Chiefs who look like shit this year?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Have you beat the Chiefs the last 4 years?" No, nobody has. So calm the fuck down. I'm glad they won. Because I hate the Chiefs. As a Raiders fan, God, I hate the Chiefs and I hate the Broncos, hate the Chargers. I'm glad they won. But now all these idiot fans down here are talking about, oh, we're Super Bowl bound. We beat the Super Bowl champ Chiefs. No, you didn't. They didn't win last year. They haven't really won much since. So shut up. The Vegas Golden Knights are a young team and they already have a cup. Yeah, how about that? Again, when I think of hockey, I think of Las Vegas. What they should do is they should eliminate all U.S. teams and it should all just be Canadian. It's like when people brag about beating the Cowboys because they were okay in the 70s. Exactly. Or when a certain team goes, oh, we won 27 World Series. Yeah. And most of those happened before your grandfather was born. So shut up. When's the last one? 20-something years ago? Shut up. It's like that. If you put hockey just in Canada, I think people would be more attuned. They would be like, you know what? Let's go to Saskatchewan. Let's go to Calgary and hope they win so we can burn the city down again. No, that's different. Yeah. I wonder why you feel that that's different. you crazy Yankees fans. I'm saying what sport I'm not a fan of besides cricket. What I'm not a fan of besides tennis, besides soccer, besides pickleball, besides bowling, besides adult wiffle ball, adult kickball. Besides any of those, basketball. I just can't get into it. Packers won 13 championships. Who can forget that 1936 season? Exactly. Greatness knows no era. Yeah, but when you haven't had a big win in several eras, then there's a problem. It's kind of like being a Patriots fan right now. All you have to hang on to is the past, and they actually don't look as bad this year as they have in the previous post Tom Brady years. Could be the Bills. You know, hopefully the Bills go in and lose another Super Bowl. That never gets tiring. I remember when I was 12 and the Raiders won the Super Bowl. Look at Marcus Allen. Bring him out of retirement. He's probably about 70. I also like all the Giants fans. Hey, they won a game. Hey, now let's get excited. It just it sucks. It sucks liking sports. There's no rhyme or reason. Absolutely no rhyme or reason. But that Phillies ending was brutal last night. Brutal. It'd be like that guy on the Angels. What was that guy in '86? I want to say Donnie Moore. I don't know if that was his name. The pitcher for the Angels who gave up that home run, and then he ended up committing suicide the next year because he couldn't get past that. He blew that lead in like the ninth, and Dave Henderson hit that home run for the Red Sox. Donnie Most. Yeah, Donnie Most. Marcus Allen, is Ken Stabler come back to you? I love Ken Stabler. Don't make fun of Bill Buckner. That was my boy when I was 5 and 6 years old, rooting for the Raiders. Kenny Stabler, man, the Snake. That dude looked like you could just tell he just stunk like whiskey, and like cheap whiskey too, not the good stuff. Back when men were men. Good times. Good times. Anything good planned at the state fair this weekend, Nick's in? I think next weekend we got the state fair coming to Clay County or to Callahan or something. But it's like always country music artists that I don't know who they are playing. Like, can we get Quiet Riot with no original members? What happened to Warrant without Janie Lane? Like, let's get those. Ken Stabler sounds like he could have been part of the Bushfire. He looked like it too. The New Zealand sheep herders. Oh, good times. Good times. All right, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go take a nap. This day is just killing me. Pumping his arms as he runs up and down the field. Yeah, barking. Classic. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I will be on. More than likely, I will be on Sunday. Cecil, don't ever call him Cecil. But and I will see everybody on Monday the 13th, which is Columbus Day. I don't know if you guys are off. If the company still give you off for a fake day since Columbus didn't do shit. The home and remodeling show is going on at the state fair with Scorpions playing. Mr. Frank is off. You know what? Enjoy that day off. They're going to do the home and remodeling show while the Scorpions are literally on set? Like it's going to be around them? Don't know. No, you're not going to enjoy the day off. I mean, I can only surmise that maybe you would enjoy it. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I don't want to assume. I don't work in a bank. Oh, you were like, ha ha, off. Like that's what you were saying. Like I thought you were like, ha ha, oh, I am off. But you're not off. You don't work in a bank. I see. Interesting. I think Shelly is. I don't know if she's off or not. Maybe she is. Hopefully she is and she can fucking relax. All right, I'll see everybody on Monday. I believe they're playing the second stage. The grouting demo takes in. Well, obviously, that's more important. Have you heard Scorpions lately? He can't sing anymore. The dude's literally like 89 years old. It's really sad. Considering Scorpions retired, I don't know, 30 years ago, they were never going to play another show. Anyway, it's Positive Friday, so let's stay positive. I'm positive I'm going to take a fucking nap. All right, everybody. I'll see everybody Sunday and or Monday.